everybody, and welcome back to the world of Fandom Fights. I'm your host, the King, Caleb Coho, and we have ourselves another Fandom Fight Teams title match here today. Welcome to Mayhem at the Multiplex Part 3. And here to help me call this one, the only, the ex-champion, Robert the Hobbit Parker. How are you doing, Robert?
I'm doing lovely, Caleb the King Coho. I'm extremely excited for this one. These are the current champions going for their first defense against a team that, as individuals, they've actually had a lot of history between these four players. So I'm excited to see how it all comes to head in this specific title match.
Absolutely. The second year in a row where Tim Bracala has been playing for the Fandom team titles at Mayhem at the Multiplex. New partner, different team playing against them on the opposite end this time. Necronomicon going for the title for their third time playing for the Fandom Fight Teams titles. The last two times, they did not make it past Arkham or Mischief Managed. Will they be able to do it against Knights of Ren? We're going to find out. But this is bound to be a great one. We'll go ahead and here's what these two teams have to say right now in promos.
What up, baby?
Hey, Jay. How's it going? This looks familiar. What are we up to? What are we doing?
It's like 5-2 right now. We only lose in title matches, and it's a title match. You know, we're gonna hear some shit from Cody like, they're not good. They're bad players. Tim and Nick are the best things to ever walk the planet, and you know they're gonna throw a little bit of respect our way, but it's gonna be a little bit fake. I just want to say I actually love Tim and Nick. They're some of my favorite people. My mouth hurts, so I'm not trying to do a whole lot of talking. You're gonna have to talk a whole bunch of shit this match for us, baby.
I'm glad you brought that up because I prepared a list of things that I'm going to read off really slowly, and that should do it for the duration of no, you know what? I didn't write anything down. No, that's a lie, but I thought that would be fun for the viewer that watches. So anyway, yeah, let's do this, Jay. Let's go for it one more time. Third time's a charm, right? And as you say,
more into the breach.
Yeah, so let's just try and do what we try to do every time, and that's have fun.
Oh man, guys, I'm getting predictable. People know exactly what I'm going to say and what I'm going to do, but I don't give a shit because it pays off and I get the title matches as a manager, and the rest of them get to play in them but get knocked out. Listen, I don't need to talk a bunch of shit because there's a huge track record that speaks for itself. They played against Arkham Knights, got knocked out. They played Mischief Manage, got knocked out. We played Mischief Manage, we beat Mischief Manage. So I think Nico's math proves that we're the better team. And if that didn't actually be the case, we're actually champions. So I like our shots in this match. You guys are the best two Fandom players in this game. By far, and you'll prove it here today. But they think it's going to be 42-41 in overtime, and I don't think they'll get out of round 4. So go do that, so then we can face whoever's next, because I don't really care, because at the end of the season, the story will still be the same. We'll be champions, and everybody else will be looking up at us.
Yes.
Nice shirt, Tim.
You too, buddy.
All right, Robert, those are what we call some fire promos here at Mayhem at the Multiplex 3. Cody is predictable, but doesn't give a shit. And that sounds like Cody Newberry to a fucking T. Yeah. Speaking of T's, T-shirts were talked about. Notepads with nothing on them were read off of. Something about losing in title matches. What are your thoughts?
I gotta say, those were good promos. There's only one thing I cannot condone: the use of Nico logic. We here at Multiplex Entertainment want to just make the statement that the views of Cody Newberry expressed in this video do not represent the views of Multiplex Entertainment as a whole. We cannot condone the use of Nico logic, but if individuals would like to, that is their prerogative.
We also do not think Nico logic speaks for the rock that guides our show. All right, so we will go ahead and get our teams in for round number 1, and it worked like this. Yes. Each team is going to get 10 questions with 1 point apiece, or 1 point apiece, 10 different questions from 10 different areas within the realm of Fandom Fights. Should you get all 10 questions, you issue a bonus question. You're playing individually for your team, no comparing. If anyone gets a perfect round 1, they get a bonus question. You have 3 repeats as a team for the entirety of the match and a challenge. Rule any questions as we get into round number 1.
Nah.
All right, then let's get into it with your first question in the category of James Bond. Who directed Dr. No?
Starting off with a data question.
Starting out with data. Starting on the cornerstone of, I don't even know. Is trivia built on that? I guess.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's a fair statement.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we'll start with Jay.
John Glenn.
I will go over to Nick.
Terrence Young.
I will go over to Mark.
Starting off strong, Rupert Murdoch.
And Tim.
I also said John Glenn.
Terrence Young is correct. Nick, the only one hitting us to get to the next question.
All right, your next question in the category of Star Trek. What planet are Khan and his crew stranded on before Chekhov finds them in The Wrath of Khan?
Wouldn't you love to just have a movie named after you called The Wrath of Robert?
Yeah.
That'd be dope, right?
Simple answer, yes. I think that would be
Yeah,
great.
I think it'd be great, right?
Coming to Disney Plus this fall.
4, just Lin-Manuel Miranda involved. 3,
No,
2,
definitely
1.
not. We can't afford that.
Pens down. We're going to start with Mark. Mark.
Mark?
Delpha 4?
That is incorrect. We'll go to Tim.
Is it SETI
The other-
Alpha 5?
That is correct. We'll go to Jay.
I also have SETI Alpha 5.
And Nick.
This is City Alpha 5.
That is correct. Complete with Ricardo Montalban impression. 3-1 as we get to the third question in the category of Pixar. What is the name of the human's ship in WALL-E?
Caleb, you mentioned Lin-Manuel Miranda. I just want to say, do you think we can afford that? Have you seen our T-Public sales? Haven't been doing great so far.
Hey, Criterion Collection buys a lot of shirts. Okay, a lot of shirts. I will make as many shirts that this Harry and Mike want to buy. Okay?
We need to do a new one each season for them just so we keep that revenue up.
4, exactly. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Tim.
This is wrong, but inside joke. The Nostrada?
That is incorrect. We'll go to Jay.
The Axiom.
We'll go to Twig.
This is the Axiom.
And Mark.
I had a joke. I thought better of it. Nothing.
All right. The Axiom is correct. 4-2 as we get to the fourth question.
All right, your next one comes in the category of Rocky. What real-life boxer goads at Rocky during his fight with Dixon in Rocky Balboa?
Wait, I'm sorry. Goes at?
Goads with a D. Goads.
Oh.
Common misconception that the ABBA song "Goads Your Own Way" is actually "Go Your Own Way."
Goads your own way. Nice.
It wasn't. It wasn't
Well,
funny. I went for
No, it just took a second. It was good. It was well done.
Had to hang in the air for a minute.
2, 1. Yeah, basically. Heads down. We will start with Nick.
Mike Tyson.
Mark.
Hey, Mike Tyson.
Tim.
I also put Mike Tyson.
And Jay.
Oh, damn, I put Tyke Myson, but I spelled it Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson is correct for the clean sweep. Makes it 6-4 as we get to the fifth question in the category of Worlds of DC, formerly the DCU. Currently, we don't know what the hell it is. What kind of facility does the final fight with Steppenwolf take place in Justice League? What are the odds that the Snyder Cut is better than this one?
I was just going to say that we shouldn't talk about the Snyder Cut, but now we have.
Now we have, and now we have to. Do we have to?
There is no going back. There is only the future.
3, 5, 4,
Hopefully we don't have to watch the Snyder Cut in the
2.
future.
1. I will. Pens down. We'll start with Jay.
Old nuclear lab in Russia.
I will go to Nick.
Power plant, nuclear power plant.
I will go to Mark.
I actually wrote nuclear power plant.
And Tim.
I just wrote power plant.
I believe all of
We
those
can
are
accept all
acceptable.
those. Yeah.
Makes it 8-6.
I literally
Let's get to the
could
sixth
not
question.
remember the word plant.
That is very fair.
You're good. You're good. So currently 8-6, 2-point lead as we go into your next question in the category of YA dystopia. Name both tributes from District 8 in Catching Fire.
I think this is the best one.
Oh, it's not even close. Like, you can make an argument for liking Mockingjay 2, but like
Can
it's really not close.
The first one was better than both Mockingjays. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sorry, Nick.
Pens down. We're going to start with Jay.
Feeling and Killy, but one of them's played by Jeffrey Wright.
Incorrect. We'll go to Nick.
Beatty and Wirus, nuts and bolts.
We'll go to Mark
Well, I thought it was the Smallville Aquaman and Lady, but
and Tim.
Should have used a repeat. I got it right before Nick said it. BD. That's all I had. So
All right. Nick King, that makes it 9-6 as we get to the 7th question in the category of Fandom Oscars.
Good pull, Nick.
Who is the only person to be nominated for Best Supporting Actress for their performance in a fandom film?
We love a good fandom Oscar.
We love a good fandom Oscar. Especially when the Oscars like fandom films. 5, 4.
repeat the question.
That is Ren's first repeat. Who is the only person to be nominated for Best Supporting Actress for their performance in a fandom film?
That is Ren's first repeat. They have 2 more to use throughout the course of the match.
They do indeed.
Nick's still batting perfect in this round so far.
He is, and he's going to grimace because he's mad that you said that. 5, 4,
Once we hit question 7, it's
I was
worth
thinking-
mentioning.
1. Fair. Pens down. We will start with Mark.
Emily Blunt.
I will go to Tim.
Is it Meryl Streep?
We'll go to Jay.
I'm gonna be pissed if it's Meryl Streep because I erased her and put Anne Hathaway.
And Nick.
It is Meryl Streep.
It is Meryl Streep.
It is Meryl Streep.
I
Correct.
erased Meryl Streep.
Oh, when
Into
in
the
doubt,
woods.
streep it out. All right.
That's a good
No.
saying. All right, your next question in the category
yeah.
of MCU. In The Winter Soldier, what future MCU hero does Sitwell call out by name when talking about Zola's algorithm? Great little
That
scene.
repeat paying off for Ren on the last question.
Absolutely. With that hit on the repeat, they go up by 5, 11-6.
Do
Big
11.
pull for both Tim and Nick there.
Damn. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we'll start with Nick.
Stephen Strange.
We'll go to Jay.
Stephen Strange.
We'll go to Tim.
Stephen Strange.
And Mark.
Stephen Strange.
That is correct for the second clean sweep of the round as we get to your penultimate question in the category of the Wizarding World. What does Moody say Polyjuice Potion tastes like in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1?
Great question.
You hear that, Robert? Great question.
I do hear that.
Did Coho write that question and I brought
No,
it?
I did. No, he did. Oh, 5, 4. You think I can write one like that? 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Mark.
I believe it's a goblin piss.
Nick.
Goblin piss. I can't wait for this next category to be Disney live action and screw me over.
Jay.
No, I had dragon piss.
And Tim.
Tastes like goblin piss.
That is correct. 15-9 going into the last question, Robert.
Last question, the category of Jurassic Park. These are questions based on Jurassic comics outside the JPEU. Your question, and if Nick hits this, it will be a perfect round. Who plays tech engineer Lowry in Jurassic World?
A little confident right on that board. We could see a perfect round. Hot take. I think this is the best one not named Park.
I don't think that's too hot of a take.
That's fair. I don't like it.
We're not talking wasabi spicy with that one.
You mean mint ice cream? 5.
Nice.
Got
Good
this
reference.
You got that.
I almost
1.
forgot.
Pens down. We will start with Jay.
Justice Smith.
We will go to Tim.
Jake Johnson.
We will go to Mark
Jake Johnson.
and Nick.
Jake Johnson.
Yeah,
Perfect
buddy.
round for Nick. Do it.
Perfect
Good
round.
fucking job.
All right, so because Nick got that perfect round, he will get a bonus question, just in the general category of mixed bag, could be from anywhere. Your question: what is the runtime of the extended edition of? Oh wait, no, that's the different doc. My bad.
Jesus.
Your I had him for a second. Your real question: list 4 Jedi that Rey hears voices of on Exegol in Rise of Skywalker.
List 4.
List 4.
Do I get like more time for this?
Sure.
Thanks. That's a lot of answers.
You don't have to write it down. You can just say it.
I know. I need to remember.
Do you though?
A little bit.
All right. And 5, 4.
Yoda, Obi-Wan, Anakin, Mace Windu.
That is correct for a bonus point.
Good job, buddy.
So at the end of round number 1, the Knights of Ren hold the lead 18-10. But anything can happen as we get into round number 2, which is the wheel round, and it works like this. You are each going to get a spin at the lovely wheel from wheeldecide.com. If you like the category you land on, you're going to get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. You can spin again, but you're stuck with whatever you land on the second time. You can go to multiple choice, but devalues the point down to being only worth 1. Your categories on Wheel Tonight are Worlds of DC, Scores and Soundtracks, YA Dystopia, Planet of the Apes, Rocky, Jurassic Park, Pixar, Fandom Oscars, Fandom Quotes, and DreamWorks Animation. Ren, you are in the lead. Would you like to go first or defer to Necronomicon?
They need a manager.
I believe they do.
There he is.
The floating seas.
And we don't have to take anybody out. That's beautiful. I'm saying we go second.
Nick, you good with that?
Works for me.
Yeah, works for me too. Okay.
All right, so Necronomicon, this will be your first spin at the wheel. And it lands on the category of Worlds of DC. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
We'll take Worlds of DC.
All right, so Robert, you want to go ahead and give them their questions in the category of Worlds of DC?
I would love nothing more this evening, Coho. Necronomicon, of course, 5 questions, 2 points apiece. There is stealing, is multiple choice. You have 3 repeats left to use. Your first question. In Batman v Superman, Senator Finch is played by Holly Hunter. What U.S. state does she represent? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Kentucky, final answer.
Kentucky, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Designate one of yourselves to be the answer. That way you both don't have to worry about muting and unmuting. So just decide between yourselves. One person answer. That way you can get it in a little bit quicker. But yes, that's correct for 2 points.
I'll do it.
Okay, sounds good. Your next question. In Suicide Squad, Captain Boomerang gets stabbed by an enemy. What stops the knife from hurting him? In 5, 4, 3, 2,
Multiple choice, please.
1. Okay. Your options are A, a stack of cash, B, his pink unicorn, C, a coin in his breast pocket, or D, a beer can. Need an answer in 5, 4, 3, 2.
The beer
1.
can, final answer.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 1 point steal. Your options again are A, a stack of cash, B, his pink unicorn, C, a coin in his breast pocket, or D, the beer can.
A, final answer.
A, the stack of cash is correct for a 1 point steal there. All right, Necro, your third question in the round in the category Worlds of DC. At the end of Justice League, Barry gets a job working where?
He gets a job in the Central City Crime Lab. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, 2 more questions in this round. What comedian plays Assistant DA Ellen Yee in Birds of Prey? All right, need an answer in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Multiple choice.
Okay. Your options are A. Aparna Nancherla, B. Margaret Cho, C. Jenny Yang, or D. Ali Wong.
Ali Wong. Final answer.
That is correct for 1 more point. Necro fighting through this round. And your final question here, folks, in this round. What is Freddy doing when Billy reveals himself as Shazam through the window?
He's washing the dishes. Final answer.
That is correct for another big 2 points. With that one, they come within 2, get their score up to 17 to Ren's 19. But Ren did get a big 1 point steal there, and now we'll go into Knights of Ren's spin for this round.
All right, so we will bring back the lovely wheel from wheelside.com. All right.
Of course,
and
today's wheel sponsored by Kantara Kubala.
All right. Knights of Ren, this is your spin. As Worlds of DC, so you get a free respin.
This will count as your no.
That is quotes. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
Yeah.
We'll spin again.
All right, spinning again. Your spin is away. And it lands on YA Dystopia. All right, so I will go ahead and I will proctor those questions to Knights of Ren. All right. Your first question, Knights of Ren. Who plays Brenda in the Maze Runner, The Scorch Trials, and The Death Gear?
Rosa Salazar, final answer.
That's correct for 2 points. Your second question. What word is the signal to detonate the holo device in the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2?
Nightlock, final answer.
That is correct for 2 more points. Your third question in YA Dystopia. How does Al commit suicide in Divergent?
He jumps off of a ledge into a pit, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Your fourth question, YA Dystopia. What physical task does PETA do to impress a group of careers before the games in the first Hunger Games?
He throws a large weight over his head.
That is correct for 2 points. And your last question in the category of YA Dystopia. Who shoots Chuck at the end of The Maze Runner?
Galley, final answer.
And that is correct for 2 points and a clean sweep of YA Dystopia, which puts us at 29 to 17. But anything can happen as we get to round number 3, which works like this. This is the filmography round. How this works is each team is going to get a 1, 2, and 3 point set of questions. You have to decide who will be taking the 1 pointer and the 2 pointer individually. You can confer on the 3 point question only. Each team, Necronomicon has all 3 repeats, and Ren has 2 repeats remaining. Any questions as we get into round number 3? Cool. All right. So, Ren, you were in the lead. Would you like set 1 or set 2?
Do you care, Nick?
No, go ahead.
We'll take set 1.
Set 1. All right. So, Necronomicon, you are behind. So, Robert will give you your questions in set 2. Who will be taking the 1-point question?
I'll take the 1-pointer.
Okay. All right. Your 1-point question in set 2, right? Just making sure. All right. So set 2, your 1-point question. Who plays a Star Trek praetor and a Marvel reporter? Need an answer in
Let
5.
me get a repeat, please.
4. Okay, that is Necro's first repeat of the match. Your question again. Who plays a Star Trek praetor and a Marvel reporter? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm sorry, we're out of time there. Can't give it to you. We're looking for Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy.
And Venom.
All right, Jay, that means we're going to go over to you for the 2-point question in set 2. Your question. Who plays a female ape in the Planet of the Apes series and voices an aristocrat in Wallace and Gromit?
Oof.
In 5, 4.
This is rough. My bad.
3,
dude.
2.
Helen Mirren.
1. Ooh, you were close on the first time. We were looking for Helena Bonham Carter from Burton's Apes and then Wallace and Gromit. All right.
That's not a movie.
All right, Necro, so we're going to stay with you for your 3-point question. Remember, you can confer on this question. We're 3 points. Your question again. Here we go for the first time, not again. Your 3-pointer. Who plays a fighter in the Rocky series and a toy in Toy Story 4? Big points opportunity here. Gonna need an answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Repeat the question.
Okay. That is your next repeat. Remember to keep your hand on that button just in case the timer's on the way down. Your question again. Who plays a what was that? Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Who plays a fighter in the Rocky series and a toy in Toy Story 4? Yes, we would not want a Dominico situation. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Keanu Reeves. It's not him.
That is incorrect. Unfortunately, we were looking for Carl Weathers, Combat Carl in Toy Story 4.
Oh,
and
fucking Carl Weathers.
Carl Weathers.
This was fun, y'all.
All right, so with that, I'm going to toss it over to my co-host. Caleb Coho is going to give Knights of Ren their questions, a chance to widen the gap even more here.
Knights of Ren. Who will be taking the 1-point question?
That'll be me.
Mr. Brukala. All right, your 1-point question. Who plays a business tycoon in a Batman movie and voices a singing ape in a Disney live-action movie?
Christopher Walken.
That is correct for 1 point. Hey, your 2-pointer, Mr. Twig. Who plays a Bond CIA agent and a YA tribute?
Jeffrey Wright.
That is correct for 2 more points. And your 3-point question.
1 sec, Ko.
Oh, sorry. Yep, I'll allow you to
That's
skip
yeah.
into whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Your 3-point question. Who plays a female MCU doctor and a circus attraction with a blood curse in the Wizarding World? Five, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
That is Knights of Ren's second repeat. Who plays a female MCU doctor and a circus attraction with a blood curse in the Wizarding World? It's an intense one. Five, 4, 3, 2.
Nagini. Final answer.
You're on the right track looking for Claudia Kim.
Claudia Kim is the actress's name.
All right, Nets Reds in the lead, 32-17. But Anthony, anything can happen as we get into round number 4, which is the deep cut round. The way this works is we are going to bring up a wheel from wheelset.com with 10 film categories on it. You spin, you land on one of those categories. It'll correspond to a film. You'll get 5 questions worth 2 points. There is no loss of points, no penalties for wrong answers. You can spin again, but you're stuck with whatever you land on the second time. However, any questions as we get into the deep cut round?
No.
Okay. All right, so we have the wheel ready to go. Knights of Ren, you're in the lead, so this will be your spin. You can decide if you want to keep it or spin again. So, the spin is away, and it lands on YA Dystopia. Would you like to keep the movie that corresponds to YA Dystopia or spin again?
We're going to keep that.
All right, your deep cut movie that you'll be answering questions from tonight is Insurgent. Insurgent. All right. Your first question, teams, in the category of Insurgent. What faction put Thor and Triss on trial with a truth serum? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we'll get our answer from Necronomicon.
Abjuration.
And Knights of Ren.
Candor.
Candor is correct for the 2 points. All right, your second question in Insurgent. While in Candor, Triss admits to Christina that she killed Christina's boyfriend during the attack on Abnegation. What was his name? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will get our answers starting with Knights of Ren
Will.
and Necronomicon.
Other white guy named Jacob.
Will is correct for the 2 points. Your third question in the category of YA Dystopia. What does Peter want from Janine in exchange for betraying Triss's group? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll get answers first, starting with Necronomicon.
Protection.
And Ren.
We said a job.
That is correct for another 2 points. Your penultimate question in the category of Insurgent. What's the name of the leader of Amity, played by Octavia Spencer? I just realized I'm asking all these questions and I'm not even giving you a chance, Robert. I'm an idiot.
Oh, it's completely fine. I love
Here,
hearing
you
your
take the-
sultry tones.
You take the last one.
Oh, I'd be honored.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll get answers starting with Ren
Joanna.
and Necronomicon.
Finny.
Joanna is correct. Go ahead and hit him with the last question, Robert.
All right, folks, your final question in the category of Insurgent here. What is inside the box that Triss unlocks at the end of the film?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we will start with Necronomicon.
A coin.
And Ren.
A message from the founders.
And your winners by way of knockout and still Fandom Fight Team Champions of the World, the Knights of Ren. That was correct. Final score 42-17, Robert.
Yeah, that's insane. Nick's
a new record.
Yeah, new points record in a team's title match. Tim and Nick just had a hell of a round one. Necro struggled a little bit. Necro got a category that they could do some stuff with, but had to go to multiple a couple times. And then I think really the filmography is where some of the steam started to let out for Necronomicon. They're definitely good players, just maybe some questions that were just outside the ballpark, clues just outside their comfort zone. And I think that's where they lost a lot of their steam here today. But still a very entertaining match. We see that Tim and Nick, maybe the most dominant team in this division's history.
It's definitely a talking point that one could consider. That's another record that they have taken away from you guys. It's insane, and the performance here today is one to marvel at. If we thought last year's Mayhem at the Multiplex match team performance was the gold standard, we have a new contender. But we'll go ahead and we will bring in our champions, still champions, Knights of Ren. 42 points in 4 rounds. That's got to feel real good.
Oh, geez. Yeah, fantastic. Nick gets a perfect round. Beautiful. He's one beautiful man. The beard has magical powers. And yeah, that was fun.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. I have nothing against Necronomicon. I think they're a great team. They literally beat Ascendant to be here. Ascendant was the closest to face us by score. I still put that in because we were up by a lot. I just feel bad for everybody else, and I just like Robert is brother-in-law with Tim, so they came together as a faction. I didn't create that team. That team was already established. The Robert and Tim playing as well as they did made Tim, with getting to the game, a strong player, and I paired the 2 strong players together that I knew was going to win the title. I said that to Tuig, I've said it before, and that's it. I think the closest teams you could mischief manage, Necronomicon, Ascendant, you all can just circle the waters all you want. I'm glad you guys want to attempt, but I just don't think it's going to equal anything because Tuig was a core geek player entering the season. I told him, I said, if we want to win belts, you're going to have to go fringe. And he's went fringe. He carried YA. Like, he's such a YA player now, and that just into this year. So that's just something that we are just excited to be about. Again, I hate being champions because we don't get to play as often because we have to sit back and wait for divisions and titles and tournaments. But this is a dominant performance. 42 points in a round, in 4 rounds it's lights out play, and I feel bad for Necronomicon. Again, I think they're a great team. I think they complement each other. But maybe it's just too similar. I don't know. But again, we both got strengths in round 2. We both got our strengths. They got Worlds of DC. We got YA. We swept. They didn't. I think that was the make or break in this entire round because we were up 8.
You know what the other really cool thing is, Cody? You know what the other really fantastic thing
What?
is? So wait, is this video 2 or video 3?
Video 2.
Oh, fantastic! And so the singles is in the next match or one. Oh, fantastic! Yeah, Nicholas Tuig just played a perfect game. Didn't miss a single question. Got a perfect round 1 bonus question. The questions in round 2, that was basically all him. I knew like one of them, 2 of them tops. He knew them. Those deep cut questions, that was all him. Filmography, we hit. He just did a perfect round 1 or a perfect game. And so
well, they'll technically say we missed our 3-pointer, so that won't count as an actual perfect
we did
game.
miss the 3-pointer. My bad. I'm sorry. We did miss the 3-pointer. That's my bad.
But at the end of the day, Scully,
yeah,
your time is up. That belt is mine. Robert held it for the entire time. It's time to come back. You beat Tuig last time. It was a fluke. Congratulations. I'm proud of you. You've sat off. Hope you know Mallrats. Hope you know Kickster or whatever the hell his name from Phantom Menace. We're coming for that belt. I am going to be quadruple belted at the end of Mayhem this year, and it seems like it's. I'm manager of the year again. Thank you, Kingsman. Your time is up. Bye.
All right. Well, you go.
Tuig never got to talk. I'm sorry, Tuig.
Yeah.
Please talk.
I actually had a question for Nick, but
what do you?
I was gonna ask you. That's your first perfect round 1 in competitive play
in this universe.
In this actual multiverse.
In canon.
In canon. Does that give you confidence going into that singles match?
Oh, well, what an awful question, first of all.
It is, because fuck you.
Secondly, a couple things. Yes, it gives me a lot of confidence. You know, I thought it got jinxed like a couple times along the way, and then by the end I couldn't remember Jake. I wrote Johnson down immediately, and I was like, crap, what is Peter Parker's name? But I'm glad I got that. I'm a little disgusted with myself and how much I know about the movie Insurgent, but I'll get over that, and I'll use it to go take that belt from Scully. So that's mine. That's ours. These belts are ours, and suck it.
We'll leave it there. You guys go have a ball. We'll talk to the challengers today, Necronomicon. Not a bad performance. It's just the filmography round, the wheels sort of fell off for you guys a bit. Did you guys panic a bit when it got there? Do you guys have any things that you think you would change? What are your thoughts?
I would have stuck with Meryl Streep
in
first
round 2. That second category, because I knew all of their second category. I only knew one in ours, apparently.
Hey man, at least you could think of it. It is what it is. I couldn't remember Carl Weathers' name, so that's why we didn't go with it. I said I kept calling him Apollo Creed. That's not his name. So it is what it is. A panic? No, not really. It was more of Jay and I came to this moment of clarity when we realized this is not gonna go the way we think it's gonna go, and it did not. Except for the fact that they're going to absolutely wipe the floor, and as soon as they spun YA in that last round, we knew it was done, because as you said, like look what Tuig did here today, and Cody mentioned it. He carried the YA category. So what can we do?
I mean, that's not to take away from Tim. Tim made a couple of good polls. He had a couple. In round 2. They played fantastic. We could have definitely played better. I probably should have approached the judges asking, because I had completely forgotten that I was getting my wisdom teeth out last Thursday. So maybe had I had a little bit more time to not be in pain, I couldn't see straight from like round 2.5 onward. So this has been fun. I'm gonna take some more pills. At the end of the year or whatever the fuck it happens to be, we know what it's going to be. Also, I'd like to point out that I called at least half of the score for today.
You did call their score. You guys will be back in our fall teams tournament. Is there any team you're hoping to get a chance to play in that tournament?
Part of me wants to say Mischief Managed just because, and then the other part of me wants to say who. Actually, it doesn't matter, honestly. We're just this we do what we do. We come together, we play, we either have an extraordinary day or we don't have an extraordinary day, and it's usually the day that ultimately matters is when we don't. But hey, third time wasn't a charm, maybe number 4. We're gonna go for the number 4 tie.
All right. Well, we will see you guys in that tournament playing absolutely everybody and anybody. We'll wrap this one up. This is one of the all-time great performances for a team, Robert. A great individual performance for Nick, but a fantastic team performance. Both players on Knights of Ren putting up powerhouse performances. Any final thoughts as we wrap this one up and send it over to video 3 of Mayhem?
Not at all. We have pretty much said it all. I mean, Knights of Ren clearly are the real deal. Both of them played incredible games. We keep talking about Nick. Tim had a really, really great game, too. They collaborated a lot in that second round and in that last round as well, in the Insurgent round. Tim had a really good round 1, too. So these two are both powerhouse players. It's no wonder that these two have done so well in Fandom singles as well. So I'm just really excited to see what's left of Mayhem, really.
Absolutely. Well, what we have left right now is the Warzone singles title, which that's coming up right next. But then we got video 3, where you can see Concept taking on Wild Stallions and Scully 2ig 2 happening in the next video. So, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys real soon with another great match for everyone here. That has been Nick. That has been Tim. That has been Cody. That has been Jay. That has been Mark. That has been Robert. I have been Caleb, and this has been Fandom. We'll see you guys real soon with another great match.
Take care.
Take care.